What's going on, my ninjas? As promised, I'm going to talk to you guys about who I think this new Akatsuki leader is. I know I'm a few days late, but I had to actually sit down and think of how each character that I think could possibly be this man exactly, like why would they be doing this, how are they still even alive, and etc, etc. So who exactly is this man with the sharingans and his bald head, and possibly has a literal one-eyed snake, if you know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you, I thought of 3 people that this man could possibly be, and I'm going to cover Shisui last simply because Shisui's theory, in my mind, it takes the longest to talk about, simply because I have to explain why I think he's alive, why he's doing this, what's going on with the stitches in his eye, etc, etc. But let's go ahead and get this started. The first person, Orochimaru, or something Orochimaru related. Now I have a few reasons why, simply because even Kakashi said that the guy with the Sharingan could be an experiment from Orochimaru, and way back in Shippuden his body was already falling apart and he could have needed a new host. And I do believe that Kabuto mentioned Shisui, like he looked for his body everywhere but couldn't find him because he was going to bring him back via the Edo Tensei. So with that being said, what makes us think that Orochimaru may not have looked for Shisui's body as well, and he may have succeeded, which could kind of explain the stitched open eye, because I mean he was dead. If he did find the body, he had to have been dead. So if he is Orochimaru, he's either in that body or it's a body created by him or manipulated. It doesn't look like the reanimation jutsu, but he may have done something to it to kind of give that body life. Because there is an odd connection between Shin, the multiple Shins, that Ten Tails Jr., and this man, because this man with the many eyes, he can see through Ten Tails Jr. The Ten Tails Jr. has the same Mangekyo pattern as Shin, so they're all connected in some way. And I can actually see Orochimaru like making this huge plot to get it Sasuke or Sarada. I don't know what his deal is, but we all know Orochimaru's infatuation with young children and those beautiful red eyes. So I would not put it past him to actually have a hand in this. Although the last that we saw him in Shippuden, he seemed to be a good guy, or at least he didn't seem to be interested in Sasuke anymore, but we do not know what the Sneaky Snake's true intention is. But my second theory is Danzo. I tried to push Danzo out of my mind because I would really like to believe that he's dead because of that reverse tetragram seal that he did. It looked like that just destroyed him, like he should have been dead, like there should be no coming back from that. But Orochimaru has come back from many a bullshit, so maybe Danzo can too. And the thing that makes people just think and scream Danzo is that arm that we saw in the latest chapter with all the Sharingans in it. So how is he alive if he is? Although the stitchings in his eye kind of scream Danzo as well. We all know that Danzo had one of Shisui's eyes, right? But he did use Izanagi, and once you use Izanagi, that eye is supposed to close forever. So what better way to keep an eye open than to actually keep it stitched open? But if this is the case, why does this new Akatsuki leader look so much younger than Danzo? Maybe he's on some Orochimaru shit, because I mean he has to know surgery somewhat to be able to implant Sharingans into his arm and actually keep them functioning. So Danzo's not dumb by any means. He may be an asshole, but he's not dumb, so I wouldn't put it past him. Or maybe it is a combined effort from Orochimaru and Danzo, since Danzo knows about the Sharingan's anatomy and Orochimaru knows about the curses and all the other creepy bullshit. And this is not too far-fetched. If you remember, Orochimaru and Danzo have been seen together doing bullshit, like they've done experiments together. So I wouldn't be surprised if Orochimaru actually found Danzo's body, if that's even possible, because of the tetragram seal or whatever, and manipulated him to the point where he was conscious but also under his control as well. And then again, Danzo is no stranger for like controlling people. Like if you remember Sai's backstory and how he had to basically kill his brother, it's so sad. Danzo did shit like that all the time. So seeing him commanding a few Zetsu with Sharingan would not be too far-fetched in my opinion. And if the tetragram seal is really what is in its name, a seal, I'm pretty sure Orochimaru can make his way through that, like slither his, pedo ass through that, because he's escaped many seals, many times he's undone them. He is a pro at this kind of stuff. So I mean, if the tetragram seal really did just seal Danzo and not destroy him, then I'm pretty sure Orochimaru and Danzo are behind this. And Danzo does have a connection with Shisui, believe it or not, because they did scuffle in the past, and he does have his eye lodged in his skull, although the last time we saw Danzo, he could not use that power anymore. But I would not be surprised if Orochimaru and Danzo teamed up together, could like track down Shisui's body with, I don't know, some hocus pocus bullshit via that right eye that's still in his skull. And funny thing, both of the theories, Orochimaru and Danzo, they both have Shisui in their theories, in my theories anyway. So at the very least, Shisui is related, in my opinion, somehow. Whether that's his body, whether that's actually him. And I'm going to go into why I think that's actually him. But before then, I have a few things to say about why I don't think it's Danzo and why I don't think it's Orochimaru. Now, I don't think it's them simply because I believe in the chapter that this guy was introduced, he mentioned something about the Uchiha proud name, and I don't know why Orochimaru would say something like that. Maybe because he has such an infatuation with that clan, but I highly doubt Danzo would ever say anything like that because he hates the Uchiha's guts, man. Like every time we see him talking about an Uchiha, or every time he and Warden are on the screen, he's plotting on a way to kill them. He's trying to figure out a way to stab them in the back. Like, this guy doesn't give a damn about them. So for him to say that Uchiha are proud and, you know, kind of compliment them, that's so out of his character. So that's one reason why I'm having a hard time believing that this may be Danzo. But now for the big boss theory. Is this actually Shisui Uchiha? No Orochimaru experiments, like no Danzo manipulation. Is this actually him in his right mind? Now, a lot of people have theorized this, especially with the comparison of this guy unmasked or unhooded and the actual Shisui Uchiha himself. It'll be in the thumbnail. You know, I'm pretty sure that's what attracted you to this video anyway. But they do have very convincing similarities, like their ear shape. I mean, just how they looked over their shoulder, their facial features, you know, besides the stitches and stuff. They kind of look alike, like Shisui with a bald head. Now about the stitches, it goes for the same thing with Danzo. Once Danzo used Shisui's eye, it was supposed to close forever. So if Shisui was able to get that eye back, I would like to imagine that his eye would still be powerless thanks to Danzo's dumbass. So maybe he had to stitch them open himself to, you know, to actually make use of it. That would make sense, but then again, it kind of doesn't. But like I said, Kishimoto can do anything. He's made up some crazier things, so why the hell not? And also, his left eye may not be a Shisui eye. Maybe it's just a random sharingan that he found in Tobi's hideout, because there are a lot of sharingan on this dude's body right now, and there were a lot of sharingan back in Tobi's hideout. So I mean, you know, put two and two together and that's what you get. But as far as Shisui's motives, the only thing that I could think of is maybe, just maybe, Shisui awoke. He was like an eyeball-less traveler for who knows how many years, and he found out that the Uchiha have been wiped out, whereas he sacrificed himself. Like, he basically gave Itachi his other eye and committed suicide just so that wouldn't happen. So of course he would be pissed, and when he wants to talk to Itachi about what happened, he finds out that Sasuke killed him. So with that being said, that is a more justifiable reason for an Uchiha to go crazy than, say, Obito, because I mean, the only reason he went crazy is because his girlfriend died. Let's be real. So if Shisui is gone crazy, I would believe that would be the reason. One, because his best friend died when he was supposed to protect the Uchiha, and he can't ask him why because Sasuke killed him, and his entire family and friends, like, they're all gone when he thought that he sacrificed his entire adulthood to prevent that from happening. And that can kind of explain why he would want Sarada, because he can be like, you know, you took someone important from me, so I'm going to take someone important from you, something like that. And also, Sasuke mentioned that whatever the threat is kind of on a bigger scale than Kaguya, and it's kind of Kaguya related. Like, he can only find hints because he has a sharingan, which could indicate that this is more so Shisui related because, I mean, this guy, he was named the king of Genjutsu, mind you. Like, he had the most powerful Mangekyo at the time. And also, Dojutsu and Uchihas have all been tied back to Kaguya, which also kind of makes me lean towards that way. And, you know, with the Zetsu thing, he may have combined Zetsu's DNA with him to further make him more OP, similar to how Madara did. But come to think of it, Orochimaru, his entire body was made up of Hashirama cells, which means he knows how to get access to some Zetsu too. So it could go either way, but in my opinion, Shisui, Orochimaru, Danzo. Like, that's what I think is going on. I think it's more than likely Shisui, or at least Shisui related. Orochimaru's right under there and Danzo's at the bottom. But don't get me wrong, I'm not 100% sure on anything. My theories are more than likely going to be different from your theories and way different from the actual truth. So tell me what you guys think. You know, tell me your theories down below. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next chapter and exactly figure out finally who this guy really is. But at the very least, I would like to believe that it is Shisui related, because if Obito could come back after only being in like what, 4 or 5 episodes at the time, then Shisui can come back too. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Like and share to keep this conversation going around until the truth is finally revealed. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.